Carly Cross standing by for all you SDW fans out there, and welcome to the official SDW exclusive podcast. I'm here to give you the scoop on what Greg and Sandy have lined up for today's episode. Today, they're diving into all the backstage drama, fallout from last week's show, and of course, breaking down the match card for this Friday's Stone Dog Wrestling live event. Plus, they'll be discussing the biggest storylines heading into our next pay-per-view, Trick or Treat. If you've been dying to hear their thoughts on that explosive main event announcement from Tony Khan, you won't want to miss a second of what they have to say. So, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a beat. Not only do we drop our SDW exclusive podcast every week, but we've also got our live wrestling show airing right here on Fridays. That's where the action comes alive. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.
Ready to dive into some Stone Dog Wrestling. I mean, last week's Friday Night Lightning was wild.
Yeah.
And we've got Trick or Treat coming up.
Right.
So much to unpack.
Oh, yeah, SDW. They always bring it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That Extreme Fighting Championship match.
Oh, man.
Sandman and Braddock Knight.
Brutal.
SDW always pushes boundaries, but
Yeah.
that felt different. Did you get that vibe?
Totally. It's like they're almost inventing new boundaries, you know? That anything goes element, it just taps into a different kind of excitement.
Yeah.
You don't get
Yeah,
that
for sure.
from a standard wrestling match and ending in a tie.
Right.
Almost unheard of. Just adds to that unpredictability.
Speaking of unpredictable,
Yeah.
the Crimson Mask.
Oh, you're gone there.
Braddock Knight getting a taste of his own medicine. Right?
It was poetic justice, wasn't it? The whole arena was electric.
Do you think this is a turning point for Knight?
Good question. Is this the start of a redemption arc? Or is he playing us? Knowing SDW could go either way. And that's what keeps us coming back for more.
Keeps us guessing. Okay, CM Punk, Tony Khan.
Oh boy, here we go.
Their little power struggle, it's getting intense.
Every week, it's something else.
Punk's got that brass ring contract, but Khan bans him from competing.
Yeah, that was a power move for sure. But was it the right one?
Seemed like a line was crossed.
Maybe. But Khan thrives on chaos. Right?
Rah.
He stirs the pots. He's who cracks.
And Punk.
Punk's playing a different game. A smarter game.
That little reminder about Trick or Treat, his title shot.
Oh, yeah. He didn't let that slip by.
He's playing chess, not checkers.
Exactly. He's reminding Khan, reminding everyone he's still a major player.
Speaking of major players, Russell, what a debut.
Out of nowhere, where did they find this guy?
SDW always has a few tricks up their sleeves.
His fighting style, brutal.
Yeah.
Animalistic.
But it was Cruz Diaz airing out Scotty's dirty laundry before the match.
Yeah.
Talk about psychological warfare.
Calculated. That's Diaz for you. He's always got a plan.
It felt like we were watching Scotty's world crumble.
Humiliation on top of injury. What is Diaz's endgame here?
Right. I mean, what's next?
This is just the beginning. Trust me, Diaz plays the long game.
Speaking of long games and debuts, did you see who else showed up?
Oh, you beat
The Mega Bucks are back.
The Mega Bucks. Yeah, talk about a power move. That's not just nostalgia.
Right.
They're back, and it seems like they're in cahoots with Tony Khan.
What does this mean for Absolution, though? They've got the tag team titles.
It really throws a wrench in things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Absolution's been on a roll.
They have.
But the Mega Bucks, they're legendary. You can't count them out.
So are we thinking this alliance, Khan and the Mega Bucks, is it for the long haul?
It's SDW, so who knows? But you know they're going to milk it for all it's worth.
Oh, for sure. Okay, well, while we're speculating about the future, let's get back to this week.
Right.
Friday Night Lightning, Sammy Rose, he's got his rematch against Kenny Omega.
And in a steel cage this time?
Steel cage. After that last match with the referees and...
Oh, yeah, that was controversial.
It was.
Kenny's got his own crew now, it seems.
Right. So, steel cage match. Good call, SDW.
I think so. Given their history, it's got to be contained, right?
And at least Bobby's back as the referee.
Thank goodness for that. A voice of reason. Maybe we'll get a fair fight.
Yeah, well, as fair as a steel cage match can be, this could be a turning point for Sammy.
It really could. He needs this win.
Yeah.
You know, after that last...
Absolutely. And speaking of rivalries, Blue Monica and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, they are going at it.
They are not holding back. And with Blue Monica's ringside spot on the line.
Right. At Trick or Treat.
For Britt's championship match.
Yeah.
The stakes couldn't be higher.
Blue Monica, she's got a knack for getting under Britt's skin.
She's a master of mind games. And she's playing them to win.
Oh, for sure. Okay, Cruiserweight Championship, Dominic Mysterio, Darby Allin. What are you thinking?
This one's interesting. Tony Khan, he's got Darby's back.
He does, which puts Dominic in a tough spot.
For sure, Khan's involvement, it adds another layer to this whole thing.
It does make you wonder if Khan's playing favorites here. I mean, is it a level playing field with him around?
Right. That's like, is he a manager, a mentor, or meddling? SDW keeps us guessing.
Speaking of guessing, Tempest versus Doink the Clown A&D basket case.
Where did that come from? What is Tony Khan doing?
Only in SDW. Talk about a wild card matchup.
It's like, what's the angle? I can't even...
I know, right? But that's kind of SDW's thing, right? The unexpected.
Yeah, you never know what to expect, but you know it's going to be entertaining.
This feels like a train wreck you just can't look away from.
Exactly. But, maybe there's something more to it.
You think so? Like what?
Maybe this is all part of Khan's master plan. A distraction.
You might be onto something.
Maybe this ties into the main event.
The 6-man tag team match.
Yes. CM Punk, Absolution, the Megabucks, Eddie Kingston. It's going to be huge.
It's going to be wild. Trick or Treat is going to be insane.
Yeah, you could feel it building.
So Tony Khan, right?
What about him?
Playing 4D chess with all of this.
He is something else, I'll give him that.
CM Punk. Khan bans him. And it's like Punk's stock goes up.
There's no such thing as bad publicity, right? Especially in SDW.
And now, the Megabucks. They're back. It's like Khan's just shaking things up.
Creating a power vacuum, seeing who steps up.
Exactly. And it's not just the big names, right? Cruz Diaz.
Oh, yeah, he's one to watch.
Scotty Washington might never recover from that beatdown.
Don't count Scotty out just yet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. SDW loves a comeback story.
Everyone's got to hit rock bottom before they rise to the top.
So true. Okay, but seriously, Trick or Treat. What are you most excited for?
Oh, man, how do you choose?
Right.
CM Punk. Can he actually pull it off?
With the Megabucks gunning for him.
And Eddie Kingston. He's no slouch in the ring either.
It's going to be a war. Okay, and Sammy Rose.
Steel cage match with Kenny Omega. Come on.
Do you think Sammy can finally get that win over Omega?
After last time. Sammy needs this one.
He does. He really does. So much writing on all of this.
It's SDW. They always deliver, though.
That's true. Trick or Treat is going to be must-see TV. That's for sure.
I wouldn't miss it.
Me neither. All right, everyone. Thanks for diving deep with us. We'll be back next week with, well...
Oh, there'll be plenty to talk about.
There always is. Until then, stay safe out there.
That's a wrap for today's SDW exclusive podcast. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of the Stone Dog Wrestling family. Make sure you're following Stone Dog Entertainment across all social media platforms so you can stay updated on everything we've got coming up. From live events, behind-the-scenes exclusives, and more. And don't forget, the action doesn't stop here. Join us every Friday night right after WWE SmackDown at 10:15 p.m. Central Standard Time for our live show on the Stone Dog Entertainment Twitch and YouTube channels. It's wrestling like you've never seen it before, and you'll only get it here with Stone Dog Entertainment. Until next time, I'm Carly Cross reminding you, stay strong, stay savage, and we'll see you ringside.